It's been a minute. Hulahans, welcome back.
Feels like a long time, huh?
I know, I'm like, where do we go? On vacation or something?
Oh, Labor Day was amazing, man. It was awesome. Had a north swell, right? So winter is here. Summer, I lived through it. I
Surfing.
lived through summer. Winter is already here. Straight north swell last couple of days. Been waking up, knees have been creaking. It's been sore walking around, so I know my body's getting used. But there's a feeling that we have here on Maui, and it keeps coming up in different conversations. And I was trying to quantify it in my head as well because I feel it too, right? I was living in Arizona, I'm fantasizing up there while I'm doing new homes and then selling foreclosures about like just coming back to Maui when I would be in my 50s and kind of semi-retire. And I was kind of reflecting on like what is the feeling that I get when I'm here that I enjoy so much. And I mean, it is the community, right? It is how
Mm,
small this place feels and how connected you feel as well. Like for me, the greatest pleasure that I have is like when I'm cruising, especially here on the west side, because I'm from the west side, like just to throw shakas at people while you're driving,
mm.
right? Like that's just such a joyous feeling. Like, man, that's my brother Wella, and oh, there's, you know, Kevin, Sully, oh, there's JT, and then being in the water and talking story with little people. Like, I don't really reflect on it, but when people come and visit with me, I'm like, oh man, I do know a lot of people over here. And then another thing that's funny is like sometimes I'm jealous with my sister because she stayed here the whole time while I went and explored the mainland, and then she knows more people and more history than I do.
Get
And
even more,
that
yeah.
that is kind of what I feel like it is just like, it's part of something. We do think in terms of we, right? Like that's the biggest difference that people have to have in terms of like a mind shift coming from, and we talk about it sometimes, you can see it on social media. Like, you know, America's, we're just such individuals, right? And individualism is just so important and individual rights and freedom. But, we are like this community driven culture where we always think in terms of, you know, we and how it's going to affect the community. And then that's a little bit important. Not to say that one's right over another one, but then you have this feeling that you can't really quantify. And I think that's where that feeling comes from. We know everybody's business over here, and sometimes that's a huge benefit. Sometimes it's just a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. And I think that's what I really enjoy the most, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a feeling, and what we keep hearing from people is like it just feels right. And that's a hard thing to quantify. It's just certain people feel right. Even they're saying their kids express that. At 6, 7, 8, 9 years old is like when we go to Maui, I just feel right.
Yeah, I remember the one Ohana that we helped this past February is like, man, John, I've traveled literally so many countries, but when I'm on Maui, I just feel just so relaxed and like right at the world, and I
Hmm.
don't feel that anywhere else. So, powerful feelings, man. And I get it. Like I get to live it. I'm just so grateful. I'm so
You have
grateful that I
lived it.
got to come
You're the
back
billboard
home.
for this because you left it and you
Yeah.
came back
I
to
went and
it.
checked it out, gang. I went and checked out the mainland. And you know what? You can have a big house. You can have multiple cars. You can go out to eat a lot. You can have stuff. And for some people, that is super important. It's just having a little bit more and not having to struggle so hard.
Yeah.
But for me, testing it, man, this life is it's worth having less than to have a bigger life, you know? And that's
Yeah.
what it feels like is I have a big life. Sometimes I'm like, dude, what did you do today? But man, I just felt big because I surfed in the morning for like 3 hours and then I'm exhausted
You
for the
just
rest of
hung
the
out
day
with
and
the
riding this
ocean.
high. Yeah. And I look outside and I mean, I'm looking at Molokai and all this, this beauty. And man, I just really enjoy how slow it is.
That's a special reality. And I think, a lot of people that we talk to, right, even colleagues and stuff on the mainland, like everyone's kind of gunning for this sort of experience in their future. And I mean, the cool part is you're living it now. Like they're hustling and grinding and Kansas and Arizona, and trying to sell a few more houses to make a few more bucks to eventually like be able to go on more vacations, to go to places like this, and then you're just parked out and enjoying it every day.
You know what's so funny, dude, is like the surf culture over here because I've watched it my whole life, right? Like we're dirtbags, man. We don't make a bunch of money. Money's not really important to a lot of surfers. They'll work night jobs, waiting tables and stuff. But the epitome of like living a bigger life, I'm gonna just rent a room, right? Bachelor for life, $1,000. That's your big expense, but you get to live this big life on your terms there. And sometimes I find it fascinating because we live in a dream market for a lot of people.
Yep,
And I don't ever want to mess with the dream, right? And you
yep.
save up a whole bunch of money and the dream needs to be perfect. But I do see sometimes like people will hold themselves back from pulling the trigger until they feel like it's just absolutely perfect. And I'm not going to ever get in the way with that. But what's going on in the back of my head as I'm living this life is that while you're still waiting for perfection, you're not getting the benefits that you could be have by just being over here, which is what your ultimate goal is in the first place. So, you
Mm.
know, I don't know if there's a message there, but sometimes like you find that once you are living here, how much less you can literally pull up. Like dude, I'm still like a clothes horse for some weird reason, and I like buy like long pants and jeans, and then I literally wear them for a week when I go to the mainland. Like I will not wear them here. When I do try to put them on, because I'm like, I bought this fit, I should wear the fit. The wife's like, why do you have long pants on? You're gonna be hot. And I'm like, you're right. I'll take it off.
But it looks cool. It looks cool.
Yeah.
But you're right. Yeah, it looks cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean
So,
that kind of floored me the other day, Johnny, when I was surfing here in Hong Kong, which I've been
mm,
trying to get into. It's been super fun. There was some
that's
swells
so
as
rad,
we
dude.
had a typhoon come through, but we're in the water like 3.5 hours, which is the longest I've ever been in the water. I mean, usually you and I board meetings, we're like hour and a half. We're kind of in and out and on
Right.
with the day, which is awesome because we're doing it a couple days a week. And so I kind of brought this up to them. I was like, "Oh, this is the longest I've been in the water." And they're like, "What are you talking about? You only surf for like an hour, hour and a half?" And I was like, "Bro, you can surf every day. Pretty much, you can surf every day. There's waves every day. You can go to different parts of the island. I mean, you're 15 minutes away. For me, it was a 2-hour commute each way here in Hong Kong, 4 hours round trip just to surf for a couple hours.
Right.
But it just made me realize, like, that was such a special reality. Like literally you can drive 15 minutes, which sometimes feels like a lot on the mainland, or 30 minutes, right? When we came out to Breakwall to hang out with you.
Yeah.
But it was like, that's like so special to be able to do that anytime you want. And people were like shocked by that because it's not like that in a lot of other places.
Well, I love the mentality that those surfers had over there because their head was like, bro, we don't get waves a whole lot. So I'm gonna stay out here. I'm gonna catch every single one because I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be in the water.
That's it.
So,
Because the
and
next
I
day it was
do
ankle
have
high. It was head high for us. It was ankle high the next day. And since then, it's
just
flat as a board. There's nothing.
just in and out, huh? Yeah,
Yep.
I'm a little older now, so I don't cherish, but I definitely have boys where it's like when it's firing, they're like, dude, I'm gonna stay out here and I'm gonna milk this thing for as much as it's worth because I know what I'm gonna wake up to tomorrow. Um, for me, I've always like I am more or less kind of like a schedule surfer nowadays, and that kind of determines where I'm surfing for like quick in and out sessions because I do like skip some better waves in the winter just because I don't want to have to drive and waste maybe a half an hour where I could
Mm.
just be in the water already. I am going to push myself because for some reason I just
Wasted
punish
time on
myself.
Maui.
Well, I punish myself in this business, right? So I surf in the morning and then after that, I just don't. And I have free time, but in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stay focused. This is work time. But this winter, I'm going to give myself permission to maybe have like a midday session or something if I have the time. Just going to tell myself, go do it. Go surf Honokahau now. Just go enjoy yourself. So
Once in a while, why
weird
not?
little weird little work rules that you kind of put around yourself a little bit and
And we do hear
so
some of those, right? I mean, we hear some agents say they haven't been to the beach in years because they're working and hustling and grinding and
that's the that's the
uh,
that's the saddest thing I've heard. What's the saddest thing I've ever heard is I used to surf and the next saddest is I work so hard I don't even go to the beach on Maui. I'm like,
yep.
what is it for, dude?
There you go.
What is it for? So, anywho, that's my thoughts for today.
Yeah, do you have a feeling on Maui? Let's ask them, Johnny. Do you have a feeling on Maui, and what is it? Throw it in the comments. We'd love to hear. What do you feel? What do you think? What has you coming back? What has you even checking out our show? This kind of quirky show that we throw up a couple times a week. Like, what has you even wanna check it out, to look at it, to listen to it? We'd love to hear your Maui vibes and what you're feeling. So
Go.
with that, let's
Let's
talk
hula.
about what's kind of going on. Which seems to be, Johnny, I don't know, we can hear from them, the listeners, but this seems to be kind of the lesser part of the show for some people. They enjoy the
Yeah.
banter, they enjoy the stories. This is just kind of how it started, is we wanted to bring people sort of the talking points to get us started in this conversation, but it seems to be less and less important to a lot of them.
It's good. I mean, it just kind of tells you where you're at in your journey. People start out with curiosity, right? And this part of the show is definitely more of the homework. This is where we tell you exactly what's happening on the market. And it's via this, what's called the hot list, which is something that shows up on our MLS every single day. And we're just kind of going through it with people so that they have an understanding where we feel the market's at, what the changes are. Basically, a weather report for Maui real estate is kind of how I quantify it in my head these days, right?
That's
So,
it.
Old Sand Hills, man. So, this one's built in 2004. We've talked about some of the benefits of Old Sand Hills. It's a location in Wailuku that sometimes will have three different lots, if you would, in one contiguous lot, where you can have multiple structures on one lot. Um, it's a positive for people that are looking for multi-generation lifestyle opportunities where, hey, I want all my kids to be on this compound with me. It's also an opportunity for investors because maybe they're going to live in one house and rent out the other two. Savvy investors will buy a three pack. They'll do something called condominium property regime, which is a process where condominiums are not a building, it's a style of ownership. So they basically split up a lot where subdividing's not allowed, and you can sell off all three portions. So that's another strategy. And that's what we're looking at right here. That's a good size home, man. 2636 square feet. Nobody liked it 1,550,000. So 1,399,000. Hit the H. Did this thing go into escrow, Danny, and then fall apart?
No,
Nope.
sir.
All righty. Because for me, man, this is starting to be a nice opportunity when compared to some of the increments in Kahului. So anyway,
A little bit
no,
better, more prestigious neighborhood. You are on a flag lot, so you're kind of stuffed in between a bunch of houses. That might be the downside for some people.
could be. Ooh, Paki Maui coming down. I've seen Paki Maui sub 400, but 230 days in. So we've always talked about it's a funky floor plan, a kitchen, the way they have it structured, just kind of big block there. But man, it's becoming affordable. It is apartment zoned. Um, That's the scoop. Maintenance fees are high, 1384 for a one bedroom, one bath at 400,000. Currently vacation rentable, but apartment zone on the Minatoya list.
These are going to get forced down more and more and more.
They
Interesting.
really
This
are.
this is a strategy that you see on Maui, Johnny, is when something doesn't sell,
Yep.
you just offer seller financing to kind of justify your price. Meaning like, hey, I'll help you out with the financing for a couple of years if as long as you pay my price. And for some people, that's their only option, so they do it. But it does tend to be a way that they sort of justify a higher price point than maybe the market is showing it's worth.
It's the old classic get them off of the sales price and onto payment strategy. Well, hey, are you going to write a check for it? Okay, well, let's talk about what's comfortably affordable. Here we go. Single family detached Ohana started at 1,000,003. Three bedroom, two bath, 1518 square feet. And then just behind it, Wow. Was that a rug, Danny, in that one picture there way back
Mm,
there? What was that? That's a rug.
that's a rug.
Well, we got ductless ACs in there, as is sale.
Bro, it's starting to look real good, that deal we just closed with our clients there in Kahului for
It, it
128.
really is. It really is. How big's the detached Ohana there, Danny? Is it a 1-1? No,
500
2
square
1,
feet,
dude.
2-1
Yeah.
stuffed in there.
Is that main house chopped up at all, does it say? Kind of looks like it a little,
Flexibility into 2 units. Yeah.
huh? Hmm. There you have it,
Renovated. It
gang.
is renovated, Johnny.
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
may allow for another unit, but there you go. There's Kahului.
It blows my mind, dude. That's in the increments there. Woo, Maui Vista. So they tried to come out at a perceived market value price there at 889. And here we are 4 months later down to 849. Maui Vista to me was always definitely one of the more affordable two-bedroom options that were out there, definitely
Absolutely.
becoming more so. But it has always kind of had an apartment feel. So, and the fact that it's across the street from the ocean, it does make it a ripe target, in my opinion. Maintenance fees not horrible at 1134. But yes, the Minatoya list chaos continues,
This
and
is one of
that's
them.
Maui Vista. Yep.
And another
Here
one. So
we have it
2-2.
again.
I'm gonna go 1-1. This one is in the upfront, the first building. So 3 buildings in succession from road backwards. This one is in the front. The other one was in the back building. So 1-1, 699. 30 days in, they're already dropping it 26,000, Johnny.
There it is, brother.
I think 725 coming out seems crazy given the market
I mean,
conditions.
you're just going to help sell a two-bedroom. I mean,
Yeah.
right? Because, oh, if I just go up 100 and change, I can get another second bedroom.
Or
Pacific Shores.
next
So I
door
put
for
these two together, right? These
1,000.
were always the affordable two-bedroom options. Charlie Young, Cam One Beach is great. So yeah, here we are, 799. Here's the behavior, guys. Started out at a perceived market value, already starting to reduce fairly quickly. This person wants to sell. Hit the H just out
Same.
of curiosity.
I bet it's the
Same
same
agent
owner.
there,
Same agent.
probably. Wanted to get involved in something else because the first one was so good. There we have it, 652.5 back in 2022.
That's still gonna make a buck or two on there.
That is the intention.
So there's still room. That means there's still room.
There really is. So Kulakai, kind of a value there, not a huge lot for Kula standards, but 1730 square feet, 7 days in, already adjusting the price there. I wonder how that conversation went,
Very quickly. Yeah,
right?
this was the one with all the interesting little rock poles and
Hmm.
they're feeling it already, Johnny.
And then this guy here, this is an interesting multi-dwelling opportunity. Show them what they're buying there, Danny. Wow. Some of those photos, why would you even do it? So you got a
Yeah,
two
why?
bedroom, like that one right there. Okay, there's a bathroom. Thank you. All right, so I got a two-bedroom, two bath, 626 square feet. I got a four-bedroom, four bath at just a shade under 1200. Another two-bedroom, one bath for 640. Another two-one at 562. Beautiful new paint to show off each unique building. So now I'm intrigued because in Maui, unique is a unique way to phrase things. Many upgrades, 3 water meters. That's action. And how much is this? Started at 2.7, Danny? Or
Two
where are we at
seven.
now?
Still at
2.7.
2.7. 2 days ago.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Water
Only
meters are
a
super
half acre.
valuable there. Yeah, crammed them on there. Hit the aerial. Let's see what this looks like from space. I mean, those pictures are not going to sell it. That's for sure. Should have at least teased me with income or something. Let me help. Let me help you there.
Boy, you are right in town. Look
I mean,
at
serious, bro. I mean, that's Casanovas right there. Yeah, Polly's.
that.
Got
Yep.
Komodas right there. Go get your donut on a stick. That's action.
That's what you're
What do you
paying
think
for,
about
the
that price? What do you think
location.
about that price though? Three, two bedrooms, one 1400. Kind of get it.
I mean, it sounds kind of
Half an
reasonable when you
acre.
think about all the dwellings on it, and then you see the location. But man, someone's got to really see the vision to jump into that. It's going to take some work to clean it up and make it exciting to rent.
That's my only trepidation is when I see condition like that, I'm thinking lower rents. So
Yeah,
for the two ones, I'm like, are you getting a couple grand? Whereas like a two bedroom these days is more 3,500. So yeah, hit the Associated Docs there real quick. Let's see if she teased us with any income or if it's just a CPR map and that kind of stuff.
nothing.
Yep, no good stuff there. All righty,
Yeah,
moving
because even if the rents, I
on.
mean, let's say you're
So I go 2, 4, 6, and then the four bedroom brings me, let's say 4,000. So I'm 10 grand all in for 2.7. Doesn't really pencil for me. I can make
doesn't
that in
at
the
all.
increments for 1, 2.
You buy two of them.
All righty. Yep. Here we go. Wailea Kealoha. Let's just come back at $1,000 a foot.
That's nice.
It is. They don't have
Simple and
many view
easy.
opportunities in this neighborhood here. So, but yeah, $1,000 a foot. Looks like there has been some updates since it was built in '89. Nice
Feels
square
Wailea.
footage there. Yeah, it does. It definitely does.
There you go. Back to the
Oh,
increments.
tell me we're in the increments there, brother. 5 bedroom, three bath, 2015 square feet. Danny, 500
Love.
bucks a square foot. What do you call this, man? Is that an attempt at event-based pricing here?
Mm, kind of.
A little bit.
Kind of.
I'm
Yeah.
500 bucks a foot these days, 975. So it's on Pu'unene Ave. So you're going to deal with a bit of your road noise. Hit the map there real quick. Let's take a quick peeky. Definitely looks like it has original carpeting there. But so a bit of a main road for Central Maui. So that does do a bit more explaining of the pricing there for me.
Yeah. It's priced pretty well.
I think it
Should be.
moves within a month. I think it moves within a month. Wow. That seems like a good value for a one level, three bedroom, 2.5 for VK, Danny.
It's pretty fair.
Right out the gates there at 650. Definitely original condition, except for the flooring, but looks like it's been well maintained. A little shower upgrade there.
That's it.
I like the location. I mean, it can make you feel like you're on vacation because you got the giant Hilton timeshare right next door there enjoying vacations. Lahaina Shores, so we're up above the street, facing mountain. So 425. I get the pricing strategy there. Lahaina Shores, guys, arguably going to be the only hotel zoned condo complex in Lahaina proper for quite some time. Ainanalu would be the second opportunity, but they need to rebuild. The humbug with Lahaina Shores is they lost a significant amount of their parking and the underground structure next door, which was called 505. So unsure as to when it's going to be open for vacation rentals. It is in the burned out town of Lahaina as well. So I'm not sure how many people would be attracted to it for vacation rentals. That's the scoop there. Maui Kamaole, 1 bedroom, two bath. So definitely coming down to earth at Maui Kamaole, but not a steal.
No, it's deal. Just kind of average, average looking unit. 754.
Yep. Decent square footage for a 1-2. Whoa, that's a nice blue. So
Kihei
seeing
action.
more. Whoa, let's bring the blue inside, shall we? Seeing more options for sub $1 million. I'm sure there was a conversation about
Kihei, yep.
painting that. Yep. So, alrighty.
So I mean, there's multiple options now, even under 900,000 in Kihei. So for your typical 3.2, I mean, this is 1,000 square feet, 3.2.
No HOA. Alrighty, North
There you go.
Kihei. So when we're talking about North Kihei, guys, this is the very beginning of Kihei as you drive into it from, say, Lahaina or Central Maui. But it is down nearer to the ocean. So another sub $1 million opportunity there, Danny. 864 square feet, has not been CPR'd or anything. So 6390. Look at that, Danny.
Love their two-floor system in Hawaii.
Oh, buddy,
We're gonna
we love
remodel half the room,
DIY.
but not
Yep.
the other half.
Yeah,
Those
but a
tiles
bug of
still good.
good. The bug of good. She still work. Nothing chipped, nothing broken.
So interesting.
Yep.
What do you think of that
So,
price? Compare these two options. This one
whew,
or this one, similar price. One's a bigger square footage, has an extra bath.
kind of like the flow of this one better and the curb appeal. That blue paint just not doing it for me. So location wise, so Kahale Nani, so that's got to be by what, Kahale Makai area, Olapoa, so that's up by the Safeway, and then hit the other one for location wise, the North Kihei one. So
So
Lipoa, there you go,
right across from the bank and stuff.
right, and then this other one, North Kihei, is by Ohukai. Okay,
Just north of Ohukai.
yeah, that's a quiet area there. I'm going with this
Super
one.
quiet neighborhood.
Yep. I like this one right here, Danny. That's the one I would spend my money on if compared to those two.
There you go.
Whoo,
Back
here
to
we
Lahaina
go,
Shores.
gangy.
Got a two-pack special.
Bro, these were bringing 900 plus all day long.
I mean, can't beat the views.
Yep.
Insides are pretty much similar as they've been remodeled a bit. There you go.
Yep.
Not
Can surf
in a
breakwall
rental
all day
program.
long. Great little beach out in front. Same scoop here. Now, this one's on a lower floor, so it got a $10,000 shave from the last one there.
There you go. Exceptional value.
Hmm. Be curious to see what those auction ones sell for. They did sell prior to the actual auction. These are the ones that had the teaser price at 250. Both units did were adjoined via a door, which made it an incredible option. Wow, Danny, same D building, Harbor Lights, view of EOW. Boy, Harbor Lights is coming down to earth too at 185,000 there. Two-bedroom, one and a half bath. That one is going to need some flooring, in my opinion. I think we should make carpet illegal here in Hawaii. That's just my
Seriously.
thoughts, Danny. Yep.
Seriously. But
We're just too moist and too moldy and too. Okay,
Pakakalu.
Pakakalo. Yep. So another great opportunity. Thousand. I mean, that's 500 bucks a foot now. Already shaving it from 20,000. Looks like it's been recently updated. Pakakalu is in a flood zone. It's the only real comment I can make there. How close are we to the ocean on this one here, Danny? Hit the M button. Pakakalu is definitely up and coming. People are buying these and putting money into them. I mean, you're close to the ocean there. You just literally walk down your street and you're surfing big lefts, man, and churches. So, yeah, 919. This feels like a flip.
Coming down slowly.
Oh, look at that one in Maui there, Danny. And I mean, so still apartment zone moves, right? For the right person, I don't care about renting it. I just want that vibe right there. Cute unit too, man.
Super cute. This one's done up. Ground
It
floor.
is.
A
That's
lot to
what's
love
up.
about it. Not too many in
Yeah.
Lauloa. I mean, Maalaia is kind of unique in that way. Like you either love it or you don't. Most people don't, but the ones who are there, they absolutely love it. I lived there for a few years, just right next to this, and that was it. Everyone's like, "Man, this is the best thing about Maui. It's so quiet. You get the trade winds, less AC usage, your ocean front. You get whales right out to your lanai. What
Dude, and
not to love?"
the aquarium with all the goodness in there. I mean, you got Harbor Fish and Chop House now. Dude, Point Break Pizza's next level. Some of the best on Maui, in my opinion. Tante's is excellent over there. There's a little bit of shopping, Ma'alad General Store for smoothies and banana bread. There's a lot to love, man.
That Starbucks open yet? That was they're building around there.
Absolutely, dude. Drive through, open at 4:30. You can go get your what's the fast food place that's there? Carl's Jr. Get
Yep.
yourself a really expensive burger over there at Carl's Jr. Oh, Moana Estates. So getting close to Wailea there. 1,895,000. Man, this is making for really, really good. This feels like a second home purchase for me, dude.
Yep. That's
This
kind of what
area
this
of
whole
town
neighborhood
there,
feels like.
it really, really is. That is good action right there.
It's a feel-good neighborhood. It's quiet, feels professional, and it's commanding the prices.
Yep. Brah. Is this the new price at Flats at Kamalani?
Seems to be 21
Sure
days
does.
moving.
That's how you move them there.
Probably a little bit under the price. What do you think?
Nobody's paying full price these days, dude. You got to give me at least 5 grand off. And I know you're not
Yep.
going to walk away from it. Yeah.
Well, studio at Akahi.
Yeah. Well, Akahi's still moving. So I just toured Akahi quite a bit with some clients. I'm going to tell you the feedback that I got from them was their grounds need some love.
Hmm.
That was the biggest pushback. I mean, it's such a huge complex. I mean, 13 acres. But yeah, that was kind of the dude. Kapalua's looking brown, bro. I mean, they just shut down both golf courses. They're trying to save the Century Cup, dude.
Oh, wow.
It is crazy how brown it is. I usually take the grass walk instead of the trail down to Ironwoods, and I'm not doing it anymore because my feet are getting pokey.
Oh no.
I know, but man, Wailea Kahi, 899 for a studio. Here we go, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Price it right, stuff moves, right? 529. What did these hit, Danny? These hit 700 plus?
They're close. Yeah.
They were
Don't ever
getting
hit
there, huh?
broke the
High
700, but it
sixes,
was close.
high sixes. Yep.
These will.
These move, man. These just move. They really, really do. They're condos. They live like houses. They are detached. They're around the golf course there. You can get to Maui Bruco fairly quickly as well. And they move. Kihei Resort, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 550 cash. Right the offer, Danny.
I'm gonna guess that's not a
Still,
local family that's buying this to live in.
nope.
It's an investor off island, especially considering the agent. So what's happening now? Apartments owned, Minatoya list, cash is coming in.
Deals on Maui, man. 622. There it is.
Just the classic.
Yep. Needed a little bit of love. So Maui Hill's an interesting one. So the argument about Maui Hill escaping the chaos of the Minatoya list is the fact that there are so many timeshares there. And
Hmm.
that's also interesting about Kuleana here on the west side. Of 120 total units at Kuleana, 30 of them are timeshare. So in the world of weird zoning, I mean, Maui County, you guys complain to us like we did it. And here it is, another
It's all your
example of
fault, Johnny.
timeshare and apartment zoned and multiple ones of them having. So anyway, going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And that explains why when you pull up the solds for Maui Hill, I mean, dude, there's not a whole lot of them. And it's because there's so many timeshares there.
Yeah, they don't come up very much either. People seem to love it.
Nope. Yep. All right. Kihei Surfside, 1,200,000 for a 610 option there. 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath. Just toured here extensively as well. These guys, they just, bro, like pretty inexpensively were able to do some air conditioning units. What was interesting is the complex had the foresight. They're actually outside of the front door, is where they put the condensers instead of on the lanai. Because the humbug, when we put it on the lanai, is well, now you got the noise and then that hot air, right?
The heat, yeah.
So, yeah, so pretty cool how they did that. What a great location. Big deal coming up with Kihei Surfside, bro. Looking about 2027, they're going to shut the place down for about 6 to 7 months. They're
Mm.
going to redo the configuration of the parking lot. They're going to resurface it, redo spalling, and then plumbing. So that's where we are in all these condo complexes built in 75. Have to redo the exteriors because salt water just eats into everything. Plumbing's old, need to redo that. So that's coming up.
That's the story on Maui these days.
It sure is. Here we go. Ka'anapali. All right. So they stuck it at 3 million. To your point there, Danny, tell them what PMMM first means.
So the financing, private money
Per
mortgage.
That's it. So that's what happened here, guys. And the strategy worked.
And it looks like it was a kind of a team deal, so
There you
sold
go.
to sold to one of their buddies.
DJ's having a bit of a month, man. Just closed on his personal one there that he bought as an investment. One thing about Alex, dude, is he'll teach his guys how to invest in properties here on Maui. That's for sure. Mm.
That's it. That feeling on Maui. Love to hear what it is for you. Drop it in the comments. Check out our deal of the week dropping tomorrow, and we'll catch you up on Friday.
Hui ho.